It's the showdown that'll go down in history.
Brady's going for the big ball. He's open! Evans for the touchdown!
The Bucks and the Chiefs, both champions in their own right, but only one can lift the Lombardi.
Underhanded, he throws it for the touchdown.
Our team has home field advantage. But we're going up against the returning champs. Now it's the GOAT versus the kid.
So those guys have been getting open. I've been able to get them the ball, and I'm sure the Bucks have seen that as well. So I'm sure they'll have a game plan to try to slow those guys down, and we'll have to adjust to that.
What Tom has done is historic, but there's no doubt if there was a player who could do it, it would be Patrick.
Experience doesn't matter. Playing well matters. The team that wins is not going to be the most experienced team. It's going to be the team that plays the best. We got to prepare the best. We got to execute the best. We got to perform the best under pressure. If we do that, we'll be champions. And if we don't, we won't be.
But tonight, it's about so much more than the game.
This is about our community and our home on this super Saturday night.
You're looking live right now at Tech Village here along our gorgeous Tampa Riverwalk. Boy, is it beautiful tonight on the eve of Super Bowl 55. Crowds have been really getting bigger as the weekend has arrived here in Tampa Bay. Because guess what? We're 24 hours away. 24 hours from now, our Bucks hopefully are going to be on their way to dethroning the Chiefs right here on CBS and 10 Tampa Bay. Until then, we're here to get you ready for the Super Bowl. I am Ryan Bass. Thanks for being here.
I'm Allison Croft. We definitely have a lot to be excited about, too. We're hosting the Super Bowl for a 5th time. It's the first time a team has played in their own hometown, which is so special.
Which means hopefully some home cooking, right? Tomorrow for Super Bowl
nice.
55. Bucks gunning for their 2nd ring. Tom Brady, he's just looking for a 7th like it's, nothing. But the real champions of Super Bowl 55 is neither. It's the city that we call home.
Absolutely. So let's start tonight out where it is all going to go down tomorrow. Carolina lead Bobby Deskins are live outside Raymond James Stadium tonight. Guys, the Super Bowl has already had a really big impact on our community.
It really has. The host committee has teamed up with organizations from around the Bay Area to bring food to families, help students succeed, and even help better our beaches.
Yeah, and right now all eyes are on our hometown, of course, for this big game. But every year, organizers work to make sure the Super Bowl's legacy lives on well beyond this big game. Here's a look at what they're doing this year. The NFL and the host committee have invested $2 million for projects as part of the Forever 55 initiative. And here are the 6 pillars. Let's start with early childhood education. Children in need across Tampa Bay got nearly 4,500 donations. Look, we're talking about school supplies, books, sports equipment, games, and toys. It took a lot of helping hands to make this happen. 30 partners worked to collect and give out these donations. Food insecurity is a devastating part of our community that can't be ignored. Gen Youth and the host committee delivered more than 50 grab-and-go carts to Pinellas and Hillsborough County schools. This part of the initiative tackled our schools with the idea that no child should miss breakfast. That cart went to locations where the need is the greatest. Another pillar, families. The goal was to support 20 Tampa Bay families who are transitioning from homelessness to self-sufficiency. One way to do that is helping people get around. Like this local single mom who got a brand new car. Their focus was on people who are at risk, those who don't have a place to live, and our veterans. The project is part of the Super Bowl Legacy Grant Program. And according to the latest United Way Alice report, 46% of households in Florida struggle to pay for basic needs, such as food, housing, and healthcare. Next, health and wellness. The Bucks launched a 3-year youth mentorship and leadership program in East Tampa. This was a commitment from players and staff members to mentor 25 young middle magnet students. The 6th, 7th, and 8th graders were matched with mentors throughout the organization. We love our environment, and that of course includes our beaches. Sustainability is key. Volunteers constructed sand dunes to help with erosion. Trees were planted too. And finally, systemic justice. We've seen a lot of attention on the issue of systemic injustice across the country. The NFL reached more than $95 million in contributions to continue moving forward with social justice. The funds are focused on education, economic advancement, police and community relations, and criminal justice reform. At the heart of these 6 pillars, leaving a better community behind well after Super Bowl 55.
I'm meteorologist Grant Gilmore. Now, I want to focus in on what specifically they're doing to help our environment. I mean, just look all around us. This is a big part of why people come here.
You know, our community is so fortunate to have these incredible shorelines, and it's a huge part of our community's story. Whether it's a project that helps restore those shorelines, to making sure that new vegetation is planted, each and every step of the way, we want Super Bowl 55 to be as sustainable as possible.
Projects leading up to the Super Bowl have included planting trees at the Boys and Girls Club in Waimama, removing invasive species from Lowry Park and McKay Bay Nature Park to make way for native plants and trees.
We want the legacy of Super Bowl 55, among a lot of different things, to be a really green legacy.
Recently, volunteers joined local organizations to plant large mangroves and native vegetation along the shorelines at parks like Maximo Park and Mosaic Park to help secure and stabilize the coastline. Here at Picnic Island, a 100-acre site on the southwestern tip of Interbay Peninsula in Hillsborough County, dunes were built and volunteers planted those dunes with 900 plants, including sea oats, dune sunflowers, all to help prevent erosion. Now, preserving and fortifying our coastlines will help these natural barriers protect coastal communities from storm surge, flooding, and coastal erosion, while also stabilizing the coastline's natural ecosystem. So, while Super Bowl 55 is just one day here in Tampa Bay, it will leave a lasting greener legacy that we'll all benefit from for many days to come.
And it doesn't stop there. Emerald Morrow is back with us right now. Emerald, organizers also surprised vaccinated healthcare heroes.
That's right, Carolina. You know, I'm at the other big game in town, the Puppy Bowl, and you know, puppies, they provide us with so much care and compassion. They lift us up when we're down, but there is another group that has done that very same thing day in and day out for the last year. I'm talking about our healthcare workers, and for their sacrifice, they got a big reward.
It has been difficult, but they come back every day ready to fight.
People still die and people are still very sick. And we are just trying to manage all of it.
Yet in the face of tribulation, they triumph.
It's been impossible this year, but we have gotten through it with the help of this incredible team here at Tampa General.
Since the pandemic started, there have been nearly 95,000 COVID-19 cases in Hillsborough County alone. Hospitals have struggled with ICU capacity. Frontline workers struggled with fatigue. But now, a reward for their sacrifice.
We're going to help surprise some very deserving healthcare heroes.
What is going on?
Who have helped define this journey getting through the pandemic.
I think they are going to be very excited.
And surprised with a special visit from the head of the Super Bowl host committee and Bucs legend Rondé Barber.
I don't know if you recognize this guy or not.
No.
Do you recognize this guy?
I don't.
There's a legend by the name of Rondé Barber.
Yes, I do know him.
Well, that's him.
Oh, that's him. Oh my goodness.
That's me. So, you know, John, we continue to hear what an unbelievable job you've done over these last 12 months.
And for what they've given, a gift in return.
We're not just giving you a helmet that has 2021 Tampa Bay on it, but you're also getting a ticket to Super Bowl 55.
Oh, thank you very much.
Tickets to Super Bowl 55.
Oh my.
Thank you to you for everything that you've done during the pandemic.
For frontline workers whose drive, commitment, and brains in the hospital mirror the fortitude and brawn of the players they'll see on the field.
I'm going to have a blast.
You're going to have fun.
I'm going to have a blast, and I appreciate it.
You know, that's such a wonderful story, and the other great thing about that story is that those healthcare workers, they've all received their vaccinations, so they will be safe for the game. It's another way that the NFL is working to make sure this experience is one that is safe for everybody. But I also want to take another second to just kind of talk about why I'm here and why I'm holding little Ellie. She is so adorable. She's one of the 4 puppies that is here at the Puppy Bowl that's looking for a forever home, looking to be adopted today. And, you know, we've got to thank Chris Godwin, Bucks wide receiver. He's a big part of the reason why these puppies could be going home with someone tonight. You know, he provides financial support for organizations and rescues and things like that. So, you know, puppies, they're just so amazing, right? They, like I said in the intro, they lift us up when we're down. They're just adorable, and you just got to give it to it. How could you say no to this little face here? So they're all cheering for the Bucks. We're all cheering for the Bucks. It's going to be a great weekend. Back to you guys.
Oh, there is no saying no to Ellie.
I might have a new puppy after this show.
Oh, really? Hey, Emerald, do you hear that? Pay attention to what he just said right there.
Gotta ask the landlord first. Hey, there is a big event though in town for sure with the Super Bowl here, right? It's something we all needed. So of course it's a big deal to both the mayors of Tampa and St. Pete.
Yeah, and I got a chance to talk with both of them about what this all means for all of us.
Not yet.
What better place to talk with St. Pete Mayor Rick Kreisman than the St. Pete Pier, open just in time to show it off.
We had no idea as we were, targeting when we were going to open it, how important opening this Pier District was going to be. As we encourage people to be outside, here you have a place where you can be. It's 26 acres. You can be outside. You can have a good time and enjoy yourselves and do it in a safe way. Enjoy our beautiful environment and the scenery we have here.
So how are you feeling about the Super Bowl coming to Tampa Bay?
It's incredibly exciting. I think this region is probably does as good a job as anybody, if not the best job of anybody in hosting the Super Bowl.
What does that say about Tampa Bay that we are hosting this massive sporting event?
The Tampa Bay area, when we are working together, when we are one community, I don't think there's anybody in the country that can beat us. There is no better place to live, there's no better place to work, and there's no better place to play than right here in Tampa Bay.
Driving around our area isn't too bad either. A short trip across the bay takes us to downtown Tampa to talk with Mayor Jane Castor.
You brought along a friend. Who's this morning?
This is Dessa. She's our office dog. She comes to work every day and really lifts the mood.
Super Bowl's almost here.
I know. It could not be more exciting. To be making history, to be the first team to be in the Super Bowl in our own backyard.
I know, so the Bucks are going to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. And then even more exciting is we'll be the first team to win the Super Bowl in our own backyard. That's even more exciting.
That's pretty exciting to be in Tampa Bay right now with the last year of what sports has been. And at a time when we really needed it.
Look at our town. We are a title town. We've got the Stanley Cup, almost got the World Series. Rowdy's got the soccer championship, and now we're going to be the Super Bowl champs. So first thing on our list after we win the Lombardi Trophy is to expand that trophy case.
People haven't been here in maybe 5-10 years. Tampa's changed quite a bit. What are you excited to show off?
All of the NFL experience, everything is outdoors, and we're able to do that. We're going to be able to show off Julian B. Lane Park, Curtis Hickson, Coat and Chobe. All of our events will be outside. They'll be socially distanced. Everybody's going to wear a mask so that we can have fun, but we'll be able to do it safely.
Speaking of the mayor of Kansas City, have you guys come up with a bet? Is there something like that going on?
Well, I talked about his barbecue and how good the barbecue is. He talked about our cigars. But the one thing I promised him is that we would send them enough craft beer so they could drown their sorrows after they lose.
I like that. That's good.
All the beer they can drink.
Cigar City heading your way, Mayor, because I think the Bucks are taking it home tomorrow.
Yes, we can't wait for that. All right, so Liz Crawford made you a deal. You remember that in our last hour? So let's take you back out live right now to the Super Bowl experience along the Riverwalk tonight, where there is a whole lot of fun going on. Look at that.
The Lombardi Trophy is here in Tampa.
Ya.
We're going to keep it here in the Bay, too.
Yeah, we are.
Bucks and Chiefs coming up tomorrow. Hey, tonight, two of the best Bucks to ever suit up have a chance to join a pair of their teammates in the Hall of Fame. That's coming up next.
look at what's going on out here at Tech Village. So much to do along the Riverwalk, but look at it has become quite the party out here at Tech Village. We got a DJ out here. They've got some light shows. It's been so much fun. This is happening all across the NFL experience. You have until 10 o'clock tonight to come check out. Oh, we got a horn. We got a boat coming. What we got going on out there? So you have until 10 o'clock for Tech Village and Curtis Sixon Park. But the games over at Julian B. Lane, they are for those who have already reserved the tickets. So if you didn't get one, don't worry, because we're going to bring that fun to you right now. We talked to Liz Crawford last half hour. She's there live tonight. So, Liz, you made us a deal. How's that deal going?
Oh, I have made it to the very top. We are going to look at that trophy in just a second. Let me just tell you, Julian B. Lane Park is dazzling. The Tampa Riverwalk has never looked better. Tampa Bay has done something special, and I'm not talking about football. I'm not talking about the Buccaneers. I am talking about every single person here with a mask across their face and their favorite team across their chest. Look, let's just be honest about it. Football makes us happy. Super Bowl Sunday brings us together. And what a time for Tampa Bay, because boy, we needed this most. So in my opinion, we win regardless of what happens tomorrow. But for my diehard fans, I feel you. You're gonna have trouble sleeping tonight, right? Because this is what is on the line. The 55th edition of the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Many of you would like that to become a permanent Tampa resident. Let me tell you how this is going to go the rest of the night. Things close down here at 10 o'clock. The fan experience will end. This will be taken to Raymond James Stadium. It will be put in storage, and it will come out at the end of that football game. Whose hands will it be in?
I'll tell you, and hopefully, Liz, at the end of it, the Bucs are the ones hoisting the Lombardi Trophy on the field come tomorrow night. 10 Sports' Grace Remington joins me now. Bucs fans obviously anxiously awaiting tomorrow night's kickoff of Super Bowl 55. But there's potentially a reason for them to celebrate tonight, as two Bucs legends are up for the greatest honor in football.
Oh, yeah. Safety John Lynch and cornerback Rondé Barber are finalists for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The two played together for 7 seasons here in Tampa Bay. Barber joined the Bucs as a third-round pick in 1997. He's a 5-time Pro Bowl player and has set franchise records for games played, games started, interceptions, and defensive touchdowns. Lynch is one of the hardest hitting safeties in NFL history. He even earned the nickname the Closer because of all his game-sealing turnovers. Now, this is his 8th straight year as a finalist for the Hall of Fame, so I'd say it's about time. Barber and Lynch would be the 4th and 5th players who spent all or most of their careers with the Bucs to get a gold jacket. They would join Leroy Selman, Warren Sapp, and Derek Brooks, who had nothing but nice things to say about them.
Well, we don't have enough airtime for me to tell you how deserving they are. I'll just simply say this: with everything that's has happened, to somehow possibly get 2 of them, praying that they get in Tampa, man, you're talking about icing on a cake. You pinch yourself.
Ryan, I remember when Rondé Barber got his red coat in the Bucs Ring of Honor last year.
Yep, and hopefully he gets that gold jacket coming up, and John Lynch too.
Yeah, Brooks said he'd be happy if both of them make it, but if one makes it, still a good night.
Let's hope both of them. And we're going to find out in less than an hour right here on CBS. When we are done, the NFL Honors takes over here on 10 Tampa Bay. You just saw Barber and Lynch. Up next, we're going to sit down with number 55, Derek Brooks, already has a bust in Canton. We also talked to the only quarterback to lead Tampa Bay to the Lombardi Trophy. Derek Brooks, Brad Johnson, one-on-one when we return on this Super Saturday night.
Hey, thanks for being with us on this Super Saturday night. Check this out at Tech Village. Oh, yeah. Look at him. So this is a sandcastle of Raymond James Stadium.
Incredible.
It is beautiful. This time tomorrow night, we're going to be inside Raymond James Stadium for the Super Bowl.
Not the sand stadium,
Not the sand one.
Although that one you can climb in and be
Look
pretty
at
cool.
this kid. He had McCoy on the back.
Yeah,
He's loving
enjoying
it. He's getting into it.
You know, Bucs fans haven't been this jacked up in 18 years. Who can forget that 2002-03 Super Bowl run? I mean,
yeah,
everybody
you can't.
remembers that Tampa 2 defense. The anchor of it, number 55, Derek Brooks. Fittingly, he's the co-chair of Super Bowl 55 here in town. DB and I went one-on-one this week to chat about his role for our hometown Super Bowl And what's it going to take for his Bucks to win it all again?
3rd and 18, and this is going to write a finish. Derek Brooks, who ran back 3 interceptions for touchdowns in the regular season, does it to cement the Super Bowl.
You ready for Super Bowl 55? It's got a nice ring to it since 55 sitting across from me right now.
Yes, I would say, Ryan, that I am ready to pace myself and take it day by day. I don't want to peak too early, just like a player. You know, I don't want to peak and get out of my element.
You got a pregame ritual for this already?
Yeah, no, of course. It's unprecedented and uncharted waters.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers headed to Super Bowl 55.
People are really extra excited that our Bucks have done the first part of history, and that's getting here.
Could there be a better way for the Buccaneers to put the ultimate exclamation point on it?
You know a thing or two about hoisting a Lombardi trophy. You did it back in that 2002-2003 season.
Right now, it's all about taking every day of practice and being in that moment and celebrate that moment. Everybody don't get here every year. You know, obviously it's extremely special for Tom.
43 years old, 10th trip to the Super Bowl.
He's played in almost 50% of the Super Bowls since he's been in the league, Derek. I mean, it's hard to get to one. You know that. How on earth is Tom Brady still doing this at 43 years old?
I just appreciate the focus that he's been able to keep on a consistent basis and stay in the moment.
He has 6 Super Bowl rings. He wins a 7th on Super Bowl Sunday. He'll have more than any franchise in the NFL, Derek.
Well, let's just hope that's the case.
I know you're rooting for that, aren't you? Because that works out for your franchise.
Yes, he's sitting in some very rare air.
Time for Brady. And the catch was a flag down as Antonio Brown spins into the end zone for a touchdown.
I just think if the Bucs continue to stay on the path that since the second half of the Atlanta game, great defense, being very opportunistic and getting turnovers.
And that's what Derek Brooks does.
If it is the Bucs holding the trophy, though, I'd imagine there'd be some champagne with you Sunday night.
Yes, and probably a few more other things.
I think we'll all be popping champagne if the Bucs win it tomorrow night. I don't know about you, but I certainly will be. Everyone shows love to Brooks, Sapp, Lynch, Rice, Barber, that Tampa D for the Super Bowl run, and rightfully so. But there were some big throws made during that run to San Diego. Quarterback Brad Johnson running the Gruden offense to perfection. We caught up last week on Zoom. He's hoping come tomorrow, Tom Brady will join him as the only Bucs quarterbacks to lead this franchise to a title.
Johnson to the end zone. Touchdown. 2nd and 8. The pump fake one way and going deep to Keyshawn Johnson. He's got it. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And Johnson to the outside. Caught by McCardell.
Only 2 quarterbacks have led this franchise to the Super Bowl. You and Tom Brady. You're finally in the same conversation as the GOAT, Brad.
It's pretty good.
Brady. Oh, perfectly thrown. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Brady throws, end zone. He's got Evans for the touchdown. Tom Brady is going back to the Super Bowl, this time as a member of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You retired at 40, and I read that you were pretty worn down. This guy's 43 years old, and he's still slinging it, Brad, and winning football games. How is he doing it?
It's amazing. Looks like he's 28 years old. He's sharp as a tack. He's kept his body in great shape. You know, whatever the avocado ice cream he's eating and TB12 water is all working. So he's got a little formula for it.
You ever tried avocado ice cream?
I tried a few Diet Cokes. That's about it.
Brady rifles, touchdown. It's Brady on the receiving end.
He's really good at what he does. He runs the team, gets the plays he wants to run, and he wins. And he wins, and he wins, and he wins. I've been sitting on the couch for, a long time watching that guy play a lot of ball games and now lead the Bucs back to the Super Bowl.
Quick throw, Johnson. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He's going to have to credit Brad Johnson. He does the pump fake, and that just gives the opening for Keyshawn right there.
Looking back to that 2002-03 season, Brad, everybody talks about that defense, rightfully so. You guys had a pretty good offense, too. People forget that Brad Johnson, John Gruden, and the boys could score some points back in that Super Bowl season.
That year I led the NFC in passing. We scored a lot of points. We averaged over 28 points a game in the from the halfway through the season. We got hot.
For you, what sticks out as maybe the defining play offensively for you all that season?
Time for Johnson, and he finds Juravicious. Joe Juravicious flying down the sideline.
I mean, the easy one to point out is the Joe Juravicious play. A little 5-yard play over the middle. triple F 83 double smash X option.
You still remember the play call?
Oh yeah. It changed a lot of lives. And the most memorable play from that game will be Rondé Barber scoring the touchdown at the very end. But that play with JoJo Vicious taking it down the sideline, scoring the next play, we took the lead, and then that propelled us on to what was to come.
You hoisting that Lombardi trophy, how do you best describe what that feeling is and what these guys on Sunday might be able to experience?
I had confetti fall on my face, holding my son Max in my arms, and my wife, 7.5 months pregnant, Nikki, with Jake. And it was a special time for all of us to have gone through that. And those are memories I'll never forget.
Aww,
by the way, his boy
sweet.
Max now in his arms is a quarterback at LSU.
How cool is that?
On the campus of Baton Rouge. So lots changed in the last 18 years.
You think? A little bit. And Johnson's the only Bucs quarterback to bring us a victory, of course. Tom Brady looking to join him. Coming up next, the reasons the Bay Area loves the GOAT and the reasons some other cities just aren't really feeling it. Plus,
even the best prognosticator could never have predicted all the way all these pieces would come together.
And yet my man Rob Higgins still pulled it off. The Bucs being in it, that was a welcome bonus too. How the stars aligned for Tampa Bay in 2021 when we come back on this Super Saturday night.
It's the Brady Bunch. Here are the 5 reasons Tom Brady is called the greatest of all time. Number 1, the GOAT is heading back to the Super Bowl for a 10th time, the most of any quarterback.
That brings us to number 2. He's already walked away with 6 rings. He has never had a losing season as a starting quarterback.
Number 3, Brady was a 3-sport athlete in high school. He played football, baseball, and basketball. He was so good at baseball, he actually got drafted by the Montreal Expos, but obviously turned that down to play football.
Number 4, Brady has been selected to 14 Pro Bowls, tying an NFL record with players like Peyton Manning, Tony Gonzalez, and Bruce Matthews. One more would put him ahead.
And the 5th reason he's so great, not long after moving to Tampa, he's already started giving back to our community. In April, he and his wife, supermodel Gisele Bundchen, donated enough money to pay for 750,000 meals at Feeding Tampa Bay. So what's not to love about this guy?
Well, you know, that's easy for us to say, but when someone's that great, there's sure to be some haters out there.
So I'm going to chalk this up to just jealousy, but let's go ahead and be fair. Let's hear from the haters themselves.
Hey, how's it going?
Move over a little bit too.
My name's Sam.
My name is Oscar Colazos.
Louis Payon.
Gina Kelly.
I root for the Patriots.
New York Giants. Miami Dolphins.
Broncos fan.
Huge Falcons fan.
Started following the Jets when I was 11 years old.
Co-founder of the Bills Mafia movement.
I hate Tom Brady.
I hate Tom Brady.
Despise Tom Brady.
Tom Brady stole 20 years of my life.
I hate Tom Brady because he is so good.
Because he has gotten the better of us many times.
Probably said a number of curse words at Tom Brady.
It's a place of frustration and jealousy, really.
Hasn't aged a bit.
The guy's 43 years old. I'm 45, and I'm held together with bubble gum and duct tape.
I think he just ate a strawberry for the first time last year. I don't know what's up with that. And he does not drink coffee. I don't get it. I do not get it.
He might be a robot that keeps getting upgrades. I don't know, because you look at when he was drafted and you look at him now, it's like, is that a real person?
I hate Tom Brady, but I do respect Tom Brady.
I respect Tom Brady.
This guy makes everyone better around him.
Always finds a way to get it done.
Keeps going to the Super Bowl, keeps having winning teams, keeps staying in the league at age, 75 or whatever he is. When you can consistently be great, that's amazing.
When he left to Tampa, I was like, he's done.
He's not going to have the time with his teammates. He's not going to have time to build that chemistry.
No offseason, no preseason. He joins another team, and once again, he overcame it.
He's in the Super Bowl again. Again. I think he's in like his 100th Super Bowl. That's amazing.
This one's tough because he's playing the Chiefs. I don't really like the Chiefs, so I don't know. I might even have to root for him, actually. It's so fun to have somebody to hate and to have a rival.
It's sort of giving the devil his due.
Who knows? He could be 60 and still playing. Maybe it's the lack of strawberries and caffeine. I don't know.
Come back, Tom. We need another shot at you.
You have to respect that. You don't have to enjoy it, but you have to respect it.
Yeah, I love the smile that he has when they're all hating him.
Yeah.
But they respect him. I love that.
Well, you have to respect him. You have to look at the fact that what he's been able to accomplish, the sacrifices he's made, and now he's doing it right here in our hometown.
And he has said he likes the weather here. It's a little bit warm.
Oh, just a little bit. All right, so Allison and Ryan, what do you think about all of those haters?
I mean, the way that they were describing it, too, when they're saying, you know, I hate him, but I respect him.
Here's the thing, though. You're a Bills fan. I'm a Dolphins fan. We know. We've been tormented by Tom Brady
for years.
Our entire lives.
But isn't it good to have him here?
I don't know. He's kind of endearing now. Like, I don't know. Like, I hate myself for liking Tom Brady now.
So you get that whole, like, respect thing because he comes here and look what has changed.
I know. Look at our city right now. This is a lot of it has to do with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Very,
How
very
lucky
fun.
We are so lucky. Super Bowl 55 is in our city, on our air, with our hometown Bucks in it. We could have actually been, live in Los Angeles right now, staying on Rodeo Drive, eating out. I kind of think this is a little bit.
It worked out a little good, right? Because we're here. We get to be a part of all of this. We can sleep in our own beds. We're still going to get takeout, though. We can do that in our homes. Honestly, we really did get lucky this year. Josh Sidorowicz shows you the road that led to this historic Super Bowl for the Bucs and for Tampa.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady are going to Super Bowl 55.
I mean, talk about stars aligning. Several stars, actually, starting with Coach Bruce Arians.
I will miss the game.
Who, just 1 year into his retirement, the Bucs managed to pull back onto the sidelines in 2019. He was the swagger that general manager Jason Light said we so badly needed again.
I just like to say the stars aligned.
That's what I said.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
The GOAT is coming to Tampa.
And then the Bucs got the GOAT.
You could say that 20 times, and it still doesn't really quite sink in.
And the rest of us got something to smile about last March, just as the COVID-19 pandemic was starting to intensify. And who could forget when Brady got caught trespassing in that closed park and then walked into the wrong house?
I was like, oh my God, Tom Brady was in my house.
But we definitely cannot forget the fact that we weren't even supposed to be hosting this game this year.
The Super Bowl will be heading back to Raymond James Stadium.
You can thank rain for these lucky stars.
Los Angeles will have to wait an extra year.
Record rainfall in LA delayed construction of their new stadium, forcing the NFL to move it to Tampa. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Even the best prognosticator could never have predicted all the way all these pieces would come together. It is truly all the moons aligning. It just makes it even more important.
Yeah, it really does. And we all get to enjoy it in a totally different way than we would have if it wouldn't have been here.
Oh, without question. And we get to enjoy it amid a pandemic, too. Everybody's staying safe, wearing masks along the Riverwalk, doing their part to make sure that everything is safe here. Bucs Fever, it's taking over Tampa. Tampa Bay's got a nice ring
really
to it,
does.
doesn't it? We're going to take a look back when we come back on a heck of a year for our sports town. That's next. And, guys, as we take you out to break, look at this.
All the lights out here just make it so... It's just so fun.
It's inviting, it's awesome, and we got about another hour and 20 minutes left until the experience closes down. Come on out and see us if you're down here along the Riverwalk. We'll be right back on Super Saturday Night. Super Saturday Night back here at Tech Village.
Gosh, it feels good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so let's keep this party going. Jennifer Titus is out live on the other side of the bay tonight where some fans, they certainly got some pep in their step out there, Titus.
Oh, they sure do, Allison. You can definitely feel that Buck pride here in Pinellas County. Right now, I'm at Bassano Cheesecake in Safety Harbor with dozens of fans from Buck Nation. Let me tell you, when you walk into the Bassano Cheesecake here on the wall, you have a picture of Automatica Grammatica. You have a picture of Allstott. Lots of people tonight talking about that 2002 team, those memories that they have. They are hoping that next year at this time, they will be talking about the most recent Super Bowl team, and they'll be saying names like Gronk, Brady, Evans. They tell me it kind of feels like Christmas Eve right now, that anticipation of Christmas morning. Look, we still have the Christmas tree out here right now because they tell me Christmas hasn't stopped. They were cheering on the Bucs in December, and they haven't stopped cheering the Bucs on. I have to tell you guys, though, as a journalist, I remain unbiased 100%. But when we're talking about sports, when we're talking about football, it's all about the Buccaneers. That hometown team. Ready? Can we get a Tampa? Hey, Tampa. That's right, guys. You can feel that. You can feel that spirit. Do you guys have that spirit? Let's go, Tampa. Let's go.
Jen has me pumped up right now. By the way, love the creamsicle.
Look at that.
I feel like she's having way too much fun out
She
there.
is the hype man of the party over there in Safety Harbor. My goodness.
I will say, I don't want to damper the mood here, though, but the biggest bummer for fans has been not being able to cheer on our teams in person here, especially amid what's been going on. But even from the couch, we got to admit, we've been pretty spoiled. In Tampa
so the
Bay.
Bolts won the Cup, as you know. The Rays made it to the World Series. The Rowdies made it to their final. Now we get to cheer on the Bucs in the Super Bowl. It feels good.
It's unbelievable, man. Tampa has been on a heck of a run lately, and all of our athletes around town can feel it. It's been contagious. The Tampa Bay buzz, it's alive and well.
And the Tampa Bay Lightning have won the Stanley Cup.
Now you're looking good, Killer.
Now we're rocking.
Coming in, Margot, and that's it. The Tampa Bay Rays have won the American League pennant.
You don't look like you're sweating at all, man.
Oh, my shirt's sweaty.
And another championship is coming to Tampa Bay. The Rowdies win the Eastern Conference.
Coach Collins, how are you?
Very well, thanks. How are you?
Tom Brady is going back to the Super Bowl, this time as a member of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You just feel like a certain buzz throughout the city right now. I'm in downtown, and there's a lot of red all over. Go Bucks. Everyone's rallying around these guys, and what a time to be a Tampa Bay fan.
Ball in front. Oh, how about this? Steinberger. Rowdies lead in the 4th minute.
And how do you best describe what this year in Tampa Bay sports has been like?
Surreal. Maybe kind of sums it all up best.
The Tampa Bay Lightning were on a mission, Doc. No doubt about it.
You realize y'all were the ones that started this, right?
Yeah, I think so. Well, some people claim once Tom Brady signed, that's when it all started, the domino effect. But
it's once you started Doc Talk. That's when the domino effect started.
There it is. Yeah, and I made that video in the jet skis. That's kind of, a lot of people said that was a turning point. Definitely the energy in the city and the fans were a huge part of why we've gotten to where we got.
You think the Lightning motivated you guys just a tad bit?
Yeah, because 100%. They won it. They got over that hump. And for us to advance in the playoffs the way we did, get back to the World Series, that was given, over that hump in itself.
What a ball game, what a finish. And how about the Rays, guys?
Definitely felt that you didn't want to be, the guys that were the first to be out the playoffs. It's just personal pride, isn't it? And you want to kind of put your mark on Tampa Bay sports.
If the Bucs are able to pull this off and deliver this city a second championship in a matter of months, what would that mean for this city?
It would be incredible, and to win 2 major championships, in the same city, and having us, at least get there, I think it's just incredible.
As far as those bottles of wine behind you got one you're saving for when the Bucs finishes off?
There's a couple. I know we actually ordered a couple Stanley Cup ones that Shattenkirk's sending to us soon. So maybe if the Bucs win, I'll pop one of those open.
You got to save the good wine, right?
Yeah, you got to save
when
a
they
big
win it all.
That's right.
Kevin Kiermaier, man, he was excited about this team. Alex Killorn, Coach Neil Collins from the Rowdies, thanks for them. I did ask Killer, though. I'm like, now that Tom Brady's in town, Kevin Kiermaier's not the most handsome athlete in town, and he's like, everybody takes a back seat to Tom Brady.
Well, that's probably true. That's probably true. Certainly a lot to celebrate, but what happens if there is a divide in your own household on Super Bowl Sunday?
We will need some prayers for our marriage, depending on the outcome.
Okay, so you're cheering for one team, your spouse is cheering for the other team. We're going to help you out. We have some tips to make sure you leave the tackling to the professionals. And it is a Super Bowl tradition, and it is Florida-style. Animals make their Super Bowl winning predictions. Stick around. It might help you decide who to root for. It is a super Saturday night here in the Bay. We're having a great time, but we want to talk about the ultimate marriage test. You and your loved one rooting for different Super Bowl teams. This year we actually met a couple in that very dilemma.
I wouldn't want to be on that in that household tomorrow night. In fact, they actually went viral for their reaction to the Bucs win over the Packers in the NFC Championship a few weeks ago. Candace Avila shows you how they're making their divided Super Bowl marriage work.
Go Chiefs!
Meet diehard Chiefs fan Ashley Labus and diehard Bucs fan Garrett Labus.
Go Bucs! Woo!
Who went viral for his tears of joy when the Bucs won.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady are going to Super Bowl 55.
It was really, really hard to not laugh at it.
This Super Bowl divided household does their best to respect each other's differences and are flying to Tampa for the big game.
We will need some prayers for our marriage, depending on the outcome.
With a healthy amount of trash talking, their secret for making it work?
I'm sure we'll have some fun little bantering the day of, but I mean, just don't take it too seriously. It's not life or death by any means, although as you could see in the video, he was crying like a baby.
We even got advice from relationship expert Babita Spinelli on a few tricks to make it work.
Try and be present to think about the enjoyment of the game versus, is my team going to win, or is his or her team going to win or lose? If you find yourself getting a little angry at your partner, I say pivot, like step out, go get something to drink, catch your breath, and then come back in.
It's advice Ashley and Garrett agree with as they prepare to root on their respective favorite teams.
If the Chiefs win, I'll get over it, and to see joy on her face and she'll be ecstatic. That'll be good, even though I'll be severely disappointed.
I think it's exciting to see how old man Mr. Brady is in comparison to the young guy.
Happy wife, happy life, I guess.
I guess so. She never gives it a chance that the Chiefs aren't going to lose. Oh, she doesn't let it happen.
Bobby, Carolina, it'd just make it a lot easier if everyone just rooted for the Bucs, right? that everybody would be happy that way.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
Just throwing the old word around quite a bit.
Can you imagine?
Hey, Ryan, I'm with you 100%. Happy wife, happy life, but I'm a Bucs fan. I kind of hope he wins. I want the Bucs to win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, come on. So every year we get some help making Super Bowl predictions from our animal friends around the town. So this year, Clearwater Marine Aquarium, Nick the Dolphin, he broke our hearts.
Yeah, come on,
Nick. He ended up
Nick.
picking the Chiefs. What? So this one's a pretty big deal because he's picked the winning team on his last 6 sports predictions. So,
but he wasn't the only one. There were several others, and many of those did choose the Bucs. So it's not a done deal yet.
Positive energy.
That's
Let's
right.
do this. All right, guys, we've had so much fun here tonight. We'll, of course, be out here again tomorrow, win or lose. We're going to be excited to be out here with you.
Yeah. Oh, we're looking forward to a really great weekend. No need to have your remote handy at all this weekend because you don't need to change the channel. We're going to be right here with you.
We've got a lineup, man. Wait till tomorrow, boy. It's going to be crazy. Post-game celebrations, all of it. 10 Tampa Bay has got you covered. Man, it's going to be awesome. So starting with Game Day in the Bay tomorrow.
Yep.
Look at this. Here's the lineup. 8 in the morning.
Bright
that
and
other
early.
pregame show takes over from there. You've got CBS taking over with the Tony Romo special, the Super Bowl today. And then, of course, kickoff coming at 6:30. And then after, 10 o'clock, right after the game is final, Bucs pass rusher and Super Bowl champ Simeon Rice is going to join me.
Looking forward to
as
having
we break
him.
it all down. We had him the other day. He is ready, man. He's
so excited.
He's still in game day shape, too, if he wanted to play. We've got that all coming up for you tomorrow on Super Bowl Sunday. Can you believe it's here?
I cannot believe it's here. Can you believe it's here? We've been waiting for this for how long now, talking about it, getting the city ready for it, and then we're standing here hours away from game day.
It's amazing. Coming up next here on CBS is the NFL honors. Let's hope Rondé Barber and John Lynch finally get their call to join the Hall of Fame. But you know what? We don't need this thing, right?
No, we don't need that.
We're not going to win anyway. We might as well just toss that thing out of there.
Perfect.
Let's go Bucs, baby.
Yes. How about this?
Yeah,
Does
put that in
she
the
look
middle.
pretty there?
Hang on.
Very nice. Oh, very good job.
Shine this thing up. Shine this thing up a little bit.
Go
we got the
Bucs!
Bucs and the Chiefs tomorrow at Super Bowl 55. And you can watch it in one place. Right here on 10 Tampa Bay, guys. Have a great night from all of us here at 10 Tampa Bay. Super Saturday night.